Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here as the recording of this Thursday, August 8th, 2024. Greg is here. Today we're going to be parting ways. Not yet. First we have to get to the airport. You're going back to Florida?
Well, before we even get to the airport, we need coffee. That's the big thing.
You want to get coffee before we order the Uber?
We could.
Okay. We'll do the intro, we'll get caffeinated, we'll order an Uber, and then we'll head over to St. Louis International. Do they have an international airport or just a regular
It's
airport?
international, Lambert International.
Lambert International Airport. You're flying home to Florida?
Yep.
Should
be a nice, calm, straight shot to Florida for me.
Don't rub it in. I have a connecting flight in Salt Lake flying Delta Airlines. I don't know what it is about Delta Airlines. They have more non-direct flights than they have direct flights. Either way, crossing my fingers I make it there in time because D23 starts tomorrow as I'm filming this, so hoping to get there in time. All right, let's get caffeinated and go catch a plane. Join me.
Shall you?
We're over here at the hot corner. We ended up, so you see the Starbucks sign right there. We ended up getting a couple piping hot caffeinated beverages. Cheers to a good trip.
Yes. It's a good time.
We talked about this for like a year and a half and it worked out.
Yeah. From the moment you said you wanted to do all the stadiums,
Yeah.
I looked on the schedule. I'm like, when are the Cardinals playing the Rays? And let's get this trip planned. So it's been a long time coming.
And you flew up for it. And your Cardinals beat my Rays the last two games. Of course, the game tonight hasn't happened yet. That's later, but I'll check the score later. But you guys won the series. Cheers to the Cardinals, even though I'm disappointed in the Rays. All right, 3 minutes. Uber will be here. I think they have chuds here. That's more of a New York thing, chuds.
Chuds are everywhere, though.
They're in every sewer.
Cannibalistic, humanoid, underground dwellers. So
Right,
they
what-
could be anywhere.
It had two meanings. That's the one everyone knows, but in the movie, there's another. It's a CHUD stands for something else. In the film, there's two meanings. I think that's our Uber there. Maybe not, or maybe. All right, about 20-minute Uber ride. Now arrived over here at the airport. So fun fact, part of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles was filmed at this airport here in St. Louis. I'm not sure if it was this precise gates or not. But we were watching the scene in the Uber just to confirm, see if we could match up a couple spots. It was a taxi cab scene. This does kind of look like the spot, maybe down here. All right, Lambert Airport, where we're at, has two sections. There's this section where I'm going into the Delta flight, and there's another one that's like 2 or 3 miles that way, where Greg is going to be boarding his plane by taking a shuttle over that way. And it could be over there, but it also could have been here. So I'm just going to show this and just not confirming that the spot was right here where Steve Martin walked out of, but it definitely was this airport because this looks very similar. And in this general vicinity, possibly it could have been over at the other terminal, was where the taxi stand would have been, like kind of right about in this section. Again, not going to be going over to the other section because I got a plane to catch, but right here. Just picture Steve Martin walking out of here, walking along this area, hailing down a taxi right here. And there's just a little photo from the film. You can see how that does kind of match up with that. You got that's pretty neat. Obviously this isn't a filming location video, but I had to mention it before flying out. Greg's flight doesn't take off for a couple hours after mine, but we checked out of the hotel. Mine departs at I think 2:35, so we're just kind of we got plenty of time. We're just going to kind of peruse around in this very unique old school airport. This whole section over here is closed. Oh no, it's not. It's open. There's just nobody at it. Here's all the departures and arrivals. Quite a few flights going in and out of here. Okay, so I am looking for gate A6. I fly to Salt Lake, and then from Salt Lake, my connecting flight to Orange County. I only have 35 minutes between connecting flights. That's probably the shortest connecting flight I've ever had. Flight 2455 departs at 2:35, and then it gets to Salt Lake, and then I have 35 minutes before the plane takes off. So usually 15 minutes before they close the door. So I only have 20 minutes to exit the plane and get on the next plane. This is going to be an experience. Oh, look at this. Here's some artifacts, well, information about the tornado that hit here. An F4 system hit St. Louis International Airport at 8:12 p.m. on April of 2011. There's some debris here. This is an original copper roofing that's here on display. Look at that. You can see right through the wall to that plane there. There's the load-in area there. Together, they weathered the storm. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Delta not having direct flights at more places than I want them to have, but kind of is what it is. I actually thought about canceling this flight and flying direct through another airline, but I kind of just weighed the odds and thought, I'll just roll the dice on it and see what happens. There's the control tower. It's very mellow in here. This ain't LAX. This is a neat exhibit. Lost and Found: The Search for Harry and Edna. Someone found all these photos at basically a garage sale of sorts, like an estate sale. Travel photos of this couple, Harry and Edna. And these are just put here so people can try to figure out who they were and why they love to travel so much. Look at this, glass-bottom boat tickets, free sleigh ride. They were travelers. These are great. Look at this. This is her on a boat there. They went all over. Harry and Edna. What great photo. Look at this. The old Colonial Motor Lodge vintage sign right there. The news and gift stand is closed. There's no news. Guess no news is good news, so they say. In this day and age, though, there's always news, and it's never good news. The wonderful world of Bill's Retro Robots. This is the second airport I've been in.
Wasn't there a robot repair shop?
A robot repair? Yes. It was an art project that they moved into the airport. Don't ask me what airport it was in, because I've been in a lot of airports lately, but it was awesome. This is a smaller version of that, but still full of unique robots. So I guess robots love airports. Wonderful world of Bill's Robots, named after Bill McKinney. Right there. You got the robots. A robot fish.
I'm kind of partial to this one here.
It's a fisherman.
Yeah. Well, he's made out of a tackle box, it looks like, and an old radio.
Yeah, that's really neat. I like this little dragonfly.
And this fly. Oh, this is a fish, but it's made out of a reel, like a fishing reel.
That's a real fish. Fishing reel.
That's a real fishing reel.
I love I was going to say the bug eyes on this dragonfly, but I guess it'd just be regular eye because it is a bug. So bug eyes on a bug are just normal eyes.
Right. That's cool with the clippers or whatever there.
Oh, yeah, that's neat. Yeah. We did a couple baseball games. And we got some theming here, the little Wonderful World of Bill's Retro Robots Baseball Edition. That one right there is riding on an iron. Does anyone use irons anymore? Do you ever use an iron?
I did, but I stopped and just threw all my stuff in the dryer a couple times.
I think that's the go-to move now. I mean, I wear shorts and t-shirts, so I don't really have a need for an iron, but I'm just kind of curious if people use irons.
My wife has one of those steamers. She'll put her clothes up on the...
Steam them?
Yeah, and just run the steamer over them.
They're on a runway. See, this is like a runway down here. Yeah, I got plenty of time, but I was looking. There's like literally no one in the checkpoint line. I mean, there's like more workers than there are people boarding planes at the moment. Look at that. That's pretty. I also like this wall over here, this like colorful little tile wall. So I still got 2.5 hours before I board my the plane boarding begins. So, man, Greg and I are just hanging out waiting. This is interesting too. You can get TSA pre-check here. So I don't know if I should go ahead. Also, they stepped out with the sign on the thing, so they stepped out, so the office isn't open. But here in the airport, you can sign up for TSA pre-check. So I think I might wait to do the global entry. But yeah, you can sign up for pre-check right here at the airport. Also, the Metro link is right here, over this way. That's what Greg's got to go over to his gates. Look at this little plane. I should just take that to Orange County. That little one. I don't know if it has enough fuel. It probably doesn't have enough fuel. So you're going way over there. That's you way over there.
Yeah, I gotta catch the tram to that other terminal over there.
Right before you go through the checkpoints on the bottom floor, there is a bank down here. And there's also this little sculpture. Genius loyalty and long hours of work resulted in the Trojan horse. This is the Trojan horse. Conceived by Jack Laister. There's also the Great American Bagel Shop over there. There's also a chapel here. There's one of these at MCO also. I showed the outside, now I'm showing the inside with the stained glass. Right there. You can come in here if you want to worship a little bit or pray. I also have a lot of outfits here. I'm not sure the significance of all these outfits. At first I thought they were maybe, well, it says modern classic society, what once was, still is, fashion meets timed travel. I like this outfit. Right, they have Uncle Remus right down here, Uncle Remus Stories. And the sign up here says it starts with a song, of course, Song of the South right here. And that's what Uncle James Baskett was the actor that played Uncle Remus. He won a posthumous Academy Award, and he's buried in Indiana, which his grave was. I am noticing as much as I travel in different airports I go, there usually is a piano somewhere in an airport. I would say more times than not, will there be a piano, and they encourage you to play it. I have no piano skills. I have no talent on the keys, so I'm not going to attempt it, but sometimes you'll see somebody sit down at the piano and play. Some little artwork on the wall here. I can't even tell what this is made out of. It almost looks like some sea life of some sort, but it's made out of like quilting material. Wool, cotton, monofilament, and steel. Oh, that's arrivals. That's arrivals. 245. Here's departures. Salt Lake City, 245, 235, right here. Yeah, I got kind of nervous because it said 1/4 that my flight was taking off very soon. All right, I ended up having to go over to the A gates to go through the checkpoints. Also, wearing flip-flops today because I got the worst blister ever. In the back of my foot, my right foot. And I think later today, when I land in Orange County, I think I'm going to go by the Crocs store and get a pair of Crocs for D23 because I don't know if I can wear tennis shoes. I got the worst blister from walking around the last couple days. Normally I don't get blisters, but for whatever reason I did. Also, I didn't have to take my laptop out of the bag, which was strange. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. All right, there it is right there. A6. It is 1:20 at the moment. It departs at 2:35 from A6. You know, now that I'm looking at it, the storm clouds seem to be kind of starting to formulate, so I'm really hoping this thing gets off of the tarmac and out up into the air before, because I really can't afford a delay of any kind. Even a 5 or 10 minute delay is really going to screw up the connecting flight in Salt Lake. Again, the flight lands from here in Salt Lake, 35 minutes from door closure to door, plane exiting to plane takeoff of the next plane. And I was looking at where it is, the approximate spot that it's going to be, the gates are going to be. They're separated, they're all in the A terminal, but it's going to be a kind of definitely a quick hike over to get on the plane in time, so can't afford even a 5 minute delay. This is interesting. They're not pay phones per se. They don't take quarters, but you got free local calls. So they are pay phones, but they're free to use. No credit card needed or coins needed. Take a look. Pick up the handset, dial a local number. That's kind of a neat little thing that they do here, and it's like just a little. So it's like a step above a pay phone. And check out the security seat, right there. Yeah, that's how I knew. That's how I knew what seat that was, right there, because it has the name right on it. sweet indulgence right over there. Yep, hello. Leaving St. Louis. Look at this over here. You have the little snow globes down here as well. Yesterday I went up in the arch. I went in a full-on St. Louis. Look at this, the Hypervolt 2, a premier percussion massager. You can get a massager right there. You can massage the inner areas of your arm. You can also get all kind of stuff in this little store like headphones. All right, that's my plane. It's now pulled up to the gate. Again, look at those storm clouds are brewing. Let's get this thing moving. I'm gonna start boarding, I think, in about 20 minutes, give or take. I'm sitting in a section, window seat section, and Comfort Plus. Comfort Plus. You know, honestly, I kind of like the fact of just having the flip-flops on. Made going through there I didn't take the shoes off. Didn't have to take the laptop out of the bag. But all I had to do was just slide the flip-flops on. Maybe I'll start just wearing flip-flops when I do travel days, or maybe I left my Crocs. I do have Crocs. I left them at home. Wasn't planning on wearing them. The reason I want to wear Crocs now, if I can get them, for D23 the next couple days, I've been doing so much walking, huge blister on the back of my foot. At the Crocs, you can like take that little thing on the back and fold it down, so there's nothing on the heel. Having nothing on my heel, walking around in kind of not uncomfortable shoes will be better than putting the tennis shoes on, being restrictive against the formulating whatever callus blister on the back of my shoe. Well, if I could get to Orange County and then get to a Croc store, buy a pair of Crocs, it should be good to go. All right, I started my airplane Delta cards. I talked to a pilot that was walking, well, he was sitting and waiting for it to get on another plane that he's not flying. I said, you guys still hand out the cards? He goes, yeah, I got a couple. So here's a couple of the cards. And I said, am I allowed to just ask the pilots when I'm boarding the plane? He goes, oh yeah, just ask. We usually have the plane we're flying. I'm not sure which plane I will be boarding on, but I'm starting off my collection here of the Delta cards. They're kind of like, they're heavy duty. They're actually, they're pretty solid cards, and this is card number 59, and that's card number 52. So there's at least 59 of these cards. I don't know how many there are. I got the 717 and the A330, and on the back it has the different stats: speed, range, engines, wingspan, tail height, how many seats it has. So I'll check and see when I'm about to board and see which one I'm on. Yeah, pretty neat. Got something else to collect now. These are pretty solid. On the wing. I've been doing a lot of wing flights lately.
Paperwork, we're ready to push back on our way. We are looking at 2 hours and 56 minutes from takeoff to touchdown. We have a pretty strong headwind that we're flying into. It's going to make our flight time today just a little longer than it usually would be. We do expect it to be fairly bumpy as we climb up out of St. Louis as well, due to some of the weather and the vicinity in the area. We are going to ask that everybody stay seated with those seatbelts fastened. As soon as you can get some smooth air, we'll try to get that seatbelt sign off for you when we can. keep that seatbelt fastened till we arrive at the gate. Currently, flight company at A is an Alpha 44. At this time, we'd like our flight attendant to prepare the cabin for arrival. That's going to use their best judgment with these bumps, and we do apologize in advance if we're not able to come through and collect the garbage and stuff. We may have to take care of that on the ground. Again, this will be our initial preparations for landing. Thank you.
Alright, as of now, we're pulling into gate A44, and I believe my next flight, the connecting flight to Orange County, is at A9. That's a long way, and I'm kind of assuming by the time we touch down without any errors, I'll have about 20 minutes to get off this plane and board the other plane before the door shuts. I'm guessing about 20 minutes off the plane to they're shutting the other door. That's if there's no...
Begin our initial approach into Salt Lake City. Please stay in your seats with your seatbelts fastened. In a few moments, if we're able, we will collect all service items before landing. If you're using a laptop computer, I'll let you know when you must turn it off and restart it. Thank you.
To the gate immediately and I can get off the plane quickly, I should be okay. Should be okay. It starts boarding in 3 minutes. It stops boarding in 31 minutes. That's when they shut the door. I got 31 minutes till they shut the door. No, 30 minutes till they shut the door. About a half hour. And I have to go from the A40 gates from there all the way over past the 20s, all past the 17, 15, 13 to A9 right there. This is a very long commute over to the gate. It's taken a while. There's downtown over there, Salt Lake. This is going to be cutting it so close. I'm actually kind of nervous I'm not going to make this. Usually I don't, it's not that big of a deal, but kind of worried I'm not going to be able to get over there quick enough. And if so, will they hold it for a couple minutes? I'm going to have about 18 minutes to get over there before they shut the door. I got this. I got this. Bring it on. Bring it on. I'm at the farthest possible gate all the way over here by the wall. All right, I gotta go to A9. I'm at A44, next to A45. I've got 16 minutes before the door shuts to go. 25-30 gates. There it is right there. It's on time, 5:15 departure. Where did it go? Orange County. A9, 5:15 departure. All right, it's time to walk rapidly. So if I don't make this, the next one is until 9 o'clock, arriving in Orange County at like 10:30, or can go to LAX if I have a rental car waiting in Santa Ana at that airport, so then I have to reroute the rental car that I'm going to pick up. Or I could, there's an Orlando one right there. I could just go home. But I got plans, I got plans. 29 up ahead here. Quickest stop off in SLC ever. Salt Lake City. I think this is like some sick, twisted game that Delta does. You're in the same gate section. You're in the A section. This happened on the when I went out the other way, like last week. Had a layover here. Same deal. All the way at the other side. A19, 10 to go, 10 to go. Of course, you can only walk as fast as the people in front of you are walking. There's 17. We had 8 minutes till the door shuts. 8 minutes till the door shuts. 23 minutes till the plane departs. Let's go, guys. Let's go. If I was on the back of the plane, if I was deboarding off that last plane before getting off to do this connecting flight, look, okay, there's still some people getting on. I definitely would not have made this. All right, I was gonna be honest, I think I slightly had some doubts that I wasn't gonna make this, but I did. I'm sitting in seat 12A, another window seat, holy cow. I don't think I've ever walked that fastly in flip-flops before. I'm going to Orange County. So thankful I made it.
Video monitor that extends from the armrest, it must also be stowed. Please remember that exit signs on this plane identify each exit with a green symbol and arrows indicating the direction to the exit. Please ensure larger devices such as laptops are stowed this time in the back of the seat in front of you. They may not be stowed in seat pockets.
Alright, now I recognize where I am. Inland Empire, that's like that dam down there that they painted. Got my bearings now. Tough to see it because it's way over there, and also the sun's kind of glaring, but that's Angel Stadium and Disneyland behind it. Yeah, pretty difficult to see. Traffic down there. Pick up a rental car, and from there go to the outlets at Orange to the Croc store. Then after that, go check into the Disneyland Hotel. Goodness. I think that's the 57 right there. I think it's the 57. Maybe the 55. I can't remember, 55 or 57. I get them confused. Parallel to the entire length of John Wayne Airport. It's a little small, quaint, perfect airport to fly in and out of. It's super close to Disneyland. Look at this little tiny plane. Look at this little thing. As I was exiting off, the pilot standing there saying goodbye to everyone. I said, "Do you have one for this plane?" So I got card number 56, the A220. I was able to get the card from the other plane, the first flight, because I was in such a rush to just basically be walking very briskly, almost running. Wasn't able to talk to the pilot. But yeah, here I had a little more time, landed in Orange County, and I got the one I just flew on. Eventually I'll get all of them, so pretty neat. You can do that. All you gotta do is just ask the pilot. They're very accommodating to just reach in their bag and give you all. Dang, this place looks familiar. It feels like, it's almost like deja vu. It's like I was just here. Oh wait, I literally was a few days ago. Back. There's the clock, 6:15 California time. Obviously, a couple time changes throughout the course of the day, and the reason I did not want to miss my connecting flight, and I was really worried about getting here, is because then I would have gotten really late to LAX, and then what if that one was delayed? Rental car, I got 16 seconds to cross this. Got to head down to the rental car level. It's on level 0. I think the elevators are over here. Yes, level 0. I'm on level 1. That was the closest I've ever came to missing a connecting. I've missed regular flights before with LA traffic getting to the airport, but never missed a connecting flight. I love rental cars here because you just go down to the basement of the parking structure, and that's where they are. Got my automobile. Heading through the parking structure. Ah yes, I am certainly back. I am certainly back in SoCal. Traffic. Made it just in time to the Crocs place. They close at 8. It's 7:30 right now. We're here at the outlets at Orange. My old neighborhood. I used to live in Orange, 2015, 2016. In fact, I can hear the Orange County parrots out here. That's what those sounds are. Yeah, it was last night when I was like at the hotel. Last night I was laying there thinking, I'm about to go to a convention where I'm going to be walking non-stop. And having a blister in the back of the foot was not going to be comfortable with tennis shoes. I thought, what am I going to wear, flip-flops at D23? And then it hit me. Crocs. Not a big fan of Crocs, but you know what? They are a necessity. So I'm gonna make do with it. I'll be wearing them tomorrow. I'm wearing the flip-flops now. I'm gonna go check in the hotel. Yeah, I got some Crocs, and I've learned you want to wear socks with Crocs. You wear them without socks, you're asking for more blisters. Wear them with socks. Just hearing these Orange County parrots always make me feel so good. Reminds me of the Orange Circle, reminds me of my house in Orange that year. Hard to believe that next year will be 10 years since I moved to California that first time. I'd always hear them outside my window, I'd always see them at the Circle. I know, missed you. I know. I'm back for a little bit. And I'm not moving back, I'm just going for a Disney convention. Yeah, I know, birds, I missed you too. All right, I gotta get going. I gotta go check in. It's been a long day. All right, see ya. Stayed at the Disneyland DVC Tower a couple times. I'm not staying here the entirety of the time. I'm here for till the middle of next week. And I'm kind of gonna be hotel hopping, but I am gonna be staying here for a couple of days. These are the old Disneyland hotel, the original Disneyland hotels. That tower, and that tower. And that is the new DVC tower right there. I'm on top of the parking garage. So dang excited about D23, and I'm really glad I made it. Again, I got pretty worried. Thought, you know what? What happens if I don't make that connecting flight? But I did.